I recall one of the last conversations I had with my father, when he woke up from morphine, where he was sitting with an oxygen apparatus. He said that he was dreaming, that he was a marathon runner, and that he was dancing with Mrs. Janina Hojska, a well-known Polish humanitarian activist in Poland. I thought his dream was all fictional and did not have any merit because he has never run before in his life. I didn't think about my father's dream for a long time, but after several years, I realized that I was living my loved father's dream. In a way, his dream foretells the purpose of my life, which is to help others in whatever way I can. I combined my passion for extreme sports and the purpose of helping others, and it brings me the utmost happiness in life. My life purpose of helping people, regardless of who they are and what they have, motivates me through my hardships. And I found so much joy when I achieved the purpose. The most important thing to push your boundaries is motivation, because when you have great motivation inside of you, your own personal goal, you have the power, and you can really keep on pushing forward. I'm not superhero with extreme speed or strength. Rather, I am an ordinary Polish man. I have a loving wife, wonderful children, a prospering company, and passions which I share with my loved ones. I am an expert in emergency shipping and overall, I have a tightly organized schedule. After work, I want to feel something different, and sports give me endorphins, enthusiasm, and zest for life. When life gets complicated, sports also help me to be more centered and focused in the unstable, unpredictable environment. In the world of uncertainty, I appreciate a sense of peace. I always like to push myself to do more than I can the day before. I like to take risks because I think when we do so, we discover our limitations and decide on the things we would like to improve. I believe my childhood is the source of my strength. I grew up in a poor, rough, dangerous district in Warsaw, Prague. I realized that, not in spite of that, but because of that, I am more sensitive to the needs of others. I remember there was always an element of solidarity that is very close to me. Being surrounded by alcoholics, thieves, the teenage drama, when I had to financially support my widowed mother and my little brother. All these experiences made me sensitive, open, and empathic to other people. In my district, helping was nothing extraordinary, as even an alcoholic who probably had nothing wanted to help. It was natural for people to try out and help in a way they could. People who had nothing were still able to give. When I help, I feel useful, calm, fulfilled, and joyful. It makes me alive. In 2014, I completed the Marathon des Sables. It is regarded as the toughest foot race on earth. It is 6-day, 251 kilometers, or 156 miles for you American folks. This charitable ultramarathon is held in the Sahara desert. It has the length of approximately the distance of 6 regular marathons. The temperature reached nearly 50 degrees Celsius, or 122 degrees Fahrenheit. Fatal accidents have been reported in the history of the competition. Marathon des Sables is associated with the noble cause of helping the local community. Thanks to the organization of this ultramarathon, 8 pumps were installed solar, school supplies distributed in isolated village, they modernized toilet, showers with solar heating, a craft complex for women was built in Jeddah, with a workshop, school, kindergarten, conference room, kitchen, toilet, and clinic. I tell you one thing which I don't like to admit. When I was packing for my trip to the race, I was trying to explain to my wife that everything will be fine and I will come back safe. Unfortunately, I forgot the shoes in which I prepared myself for a year. When I was already in the desert, I realized that I didn't have them. Fortunately, one of the participants lent me his shoes. They were exactly 3 numbers too big. I looked funny, but it turned out to be beneficial. In such conditions, the legs swell, nails go down, and huge prints were made. My feet were blistering, and my heart was racing. However, the physical pain was incomparable to the mental exhaustion. Thoughts of doubt rushing in my mind. Will I be able to finish this race? The wind is too harsh and the sand is flying everywhere. I cannot see. I will go blind if I continue running. Maybe I should quit. I remember the runners who were given a drip lying down of exhaustion. I also saw runners calling for help by firing a flare that everyone got from the organizer of the race. In my darkest moments, I was envisioning all the people who will benefit from the marathon, women and children who will get to go to school for the first time, villagers who will have electricity, modernized housing equipment and health clinic. Envisioning all these images motivated me along the way. I made a promise to myself that I cannot quit. I cannot quit because I'm not running for myself. I cannot quit because I'm running for these women, children, other villagers, and the resources that will make their lives better. After 6 exhausting days, I finished the race and met the people I was running for. Their smiles made the blistering feet all worth it. Then one runner from London came to me and thanked me for my support during the race. I saw him when he was exhausted, and I told him, "Don't give up, follow me." I remember he told me the story of his life during the day and night stages of the race. I just listened to him, and he was busy talking, walking step by step another mile. In 2015, I partake in the Baikal Ice Marathon across the frozen Baikal Lake, the deepest body of fresh water. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site which holds 20% of the fresh surface water on Earth. I was running for Przemek Wojda, a very talented and intelligent young man who I have known since his birth. I studied with his father, so I had the opportunity to see what difficulties he faces on a daily basis. He moves in a wheelchair due to meningeal hernia. My main goal was to support Przemek in continuing his sport passion and to obtain funds for rehabilitation. Money from the Baikal supported Przemek's rehabilitation. He was also invited to Polish TV, where he could comment on a volleyball match. So in a way, his sports dream came true. From the race, I remember 2 things. The ice cold temperature of about minus 30 degrees Celsius or minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit, and the blustering wind, the terrifying creaks on the glacial surface so loud that everyone thought that ice was cracking and the participant would have to squall during the race in those moments to avoid from falling down to the freezing water. When I am there in harsh conditions, I need to master my mind to convince myself that the race is gonna last 12 hours, and I am able to manage that. There is no going back. It's a simple situation. Either or survive or I die. So there is no space to fear or over-analyzing. There is only one way to go forward. You create some kind of space in your mind that you can resist all these hard conditions. You don't accept anything that bother you, like pain, injuries. You don't care about anything, just making to your destination in one piece. It's physical exhaustion, overcoming your own emotion and beyond. But it's your inner motivation to get there, to reach your goals. Both my dad and my friend passed away because of cancer. I remember well how this disease destroyed my father. That is why I signed up for a volunteer course at the Home Hospice. It is the largest hospice of this type in Warsaw. They also care for orphaned children. As a result, one of their parents illnesses. In 2016, I ran the Tenzing Hillary Everest Marathon, the world's highest trail marathon for the Home Hospice. In order to start in the marathon, you have to get to the height 5,400 meters above the sea levels. This race started from the base camp at the foot of Everest. I remember having a terrifying headache, lack of appetite and strength. I start feeling a pain of the right side above my stomach and below my lungs. The pain slowly intensifies and as I run along. When the pain comes, I focus on breathing. Breathe in through my mouth and breathe out through my nose. I listen to my mind about my goal to run the faces and keep running. Now my brain scans my whole body and identifies some pain in my calf and tells me there is some problem. My mind says just ignore it and focus on faces. I always visualize the faces of people I would like to help. It helps me to deal with the pain and make it easier to achieve the goal. When I ran in the Himalayas, I was thinking about the children of the Home Hospice, where I was volunteering. It's like in our life, when you patiently jog to reach the goal, then it turns out that the roads you pass are the most important. Thanks to my start in Tenzing Hillary Everest Marathon, they managed to organize their summer holidays for those kids. We were supported by Storm Group, organizing sailing camps, and the companies Haribo, Jaya, which delivered products. Parents from the local UKS Białe Orły, the football club attended by my sons, joined the action. I am very glad that the action had such a response. Running is a metaphor for life, because in our lives we have so many of doubts. It is a universal experience to struggle. During these hardest moments, ask yourself the reason why you are doing what you are doing. Don't give up. Have courage and try your best. Helping others and making difference doesn't have to be something big like running extreme marathons. Connect to your purpose of helping others. You can help others too, in your own way. It's a beautiful journey, discovering how we can grow by pushing boundaries, embrace unknown paths, and healing each other. So I ask you, what is your purpose and what is your daily joy?